What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Mark, the chosen one. I'm over here at Enticed, and as you guys can see, we got no engines, do we?
We got no engines, do we?
And yep, fucking it's out. Now you can really see the rat's nest and all the shit that was tucked over there, which John and Mario are gonna have a really fun time figuring it out and working out. Obviously the 2J is here. It's been taken out. There it is. Nothing to really see other than a bunch of shit what we're gonna do. John's gonna take the whole motor apart, disassemble everything, because it is going to a machine shop. The transmission is here, E46 M3. I'm no longer gonna use this transmission, guys. I have another transmission in mind. When I actually confirm that 100%, I will let you guys know what I was gonna do and why, and then what I'm gonna do now and why. I'll tell you guys probably in a week or so. But another little update is, I feel like I'm going backwards in this whole thing just because things are coming apart, but it kind of has to. Handbrake is here. It is from Individual Racing Parts. Pretty cool, mechanical one. I'm gonna use it for just sliding the car around here and there. I did want like a traditional one, the one that lays like this and goes up. And when we actually mount it on the car, I'll do it in a way where I can just do it like this and it locks just for handbrake purposes. So we're just figuring out a place or somewhere to mount it. Thinking on the passenger side, John was saying it's less of a headache doing it that way. And what else, John? That's basically it. I mean, there's...
Yeah, we're gonna send everything out for the mains to get machined, and then redeck the block just to make sure, since the head gasket looks a little bit off.
Yeah.
Resurface the head.
I feel like I'm going backwards, like all the shit's out and stuff, even though I know it has to be.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you really think about it, what Sam did here was fine for what you had asked him to. But typically you start trying to make like over 1,400 horsepower. There's a lot of things you want to do, right? Because to make that much more power, you're going to need a lot more boost, right? You're going to need a really strong head gasket, right? We're going to see what thickness gasket we get. And that's
Cometic, maybe?
For sure, Cometic. And then do the copper O-ring to help.
You didn't think I knew that shit, huh?
The head studs, maybe get some L19s. So I've had customers where they barely drive the cars. They'll do a pass here and there. And they won't get L19s, they'll get the ones right below. And eventually you'll start to see some stretching of the bolt. It'll start to lift, right?
Like the ones I have, the 625 plus?
I've had like 1 or 2 customers where they failed. Not completely, but it started to leak, so for sure started to lift. And I think when we measured it, one had stretched. I don't remember the exact length of how much it had stretched, but I would just say, like, if you're already gonna do all this, the problem is 1,400 is not something that's easy to keep inside, you know. So you want to do the L19s for the main caps and L19s for the head, and just the head stud. I mean, sometimes they fail. You can't blame anybody for that, you know. The
pussy's only almost as good until you fucking start figuring out what's inside, huh, Chris? Yeah.
So this guy's crazy.
So obviously, I keep going over what the plan is, but every time there's an update, it's pretty simple. The plan is disassembly of this just to see what the fucking bitch's inside looks like. And then the handbrake, I need to wait. I really need, if any one of you guys has the manual Supra, sell me your center console and go buy a new one from the dealer. I'll pay double for it. Or if you know where I can just get it. Don't say go to the dealer and do it. No, I've tried that. I really need someone's help to do it. Now, John's gonna try to help me too, but I really need the whole center console for the manual Supra. Please, I'm begging you guys. Begging you guys, please. I'll give you guys a shout out. I'll do whatever I can. I'll pay double for it if I can actually get that ASAP, so please.
346 minutes later.
All right, what's up, guys? Another day over here. So, obviously, not much has changed. Obviously, the motor's still there. We haven't taken that apart yet, but this is the type of cover update that we have, what we're building over here. So the story behind the cover, the backstory is I since we're doing a full wire tuck, I love cars that have tubs or that clean stuff up. And since we're deleting all this stuff, imagine looking at it here. This is going to be like an eyesore, even if I paint it. So what I envisioned was having like a nice little cover, some sort of a tub, some sort of design that will kind of take away the look from there, especially when it gets welded on and painted. It's going to look cool. This is a prototype design on this side that Chris and John came up with so far. It's cool. It's gonna be welded on, and the dimple dies are gonna kind of match all the other dimple die stuff what we have in the engine bay. But as I'm looking at it from here, it looks dope. But if you move back, you kind of like don't see it, which is cool. But there's so much. I could still see this from back here. I could still see this. So what I was about to tell Chris, and I'm gonna get John's opinion on now, is what do you guys think? And this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, see how this, you could start it from here. So this can go up, and the weld can actually start from here and go down. And the same type of design, but it just starts from up here. And what we get from up here is from back here, you can kind of see it more, and it'll look more custom, I guess. And I don't know, that's just how I think it's gonna be. Obviously all the wires have been taken from here, moved way over there, which is gonna be fine. I decided to go with a full chassis harness too. So the guy Mario that was here, that's working on the mil spec engine harness, he's also doing a mil spec chassis harness, full chassis harness. It's costing a pretty penny, but I don't want to cut any corners with this car anymore. It's gonna be done right. The full interior is gonna work with everything, the push start and fucking the speed sensor and fuel and fucking everything's gonna work perfect, just like factory. I can actually tell you guys, no, I'll wait for the transmission thing when it's time. But I also figured out a new transmission. I'm not gonna run the E46 M3 get rag transmission anymore. But as soon as that's actually finalized, I will keep you guys posted on it. We're gonna move that whole back thing. You could kind of see it was like burning already. So I'm gonna remove all that, shave all this shit. Dude, it's gonna be so fucking sick. It's gonna be, I haven't seen an A90 like this so far yet. What I plan on doing it, there's a lot of cool ones and stuff like that, but I don't think there's any A90s that have taken their time with being as meticulous as I'm trying to be. And I'm just hoping to get it done the right way, the way that I want this time, and finally, and never fucking do it again. This time, make some, real content with it, enjoy it, and fuck around. What I was just thinking in my head, I like it a lot.
So this is, again, this is just
I said it was a prototype. Yeah. This is like version 1 or version 2, prototype.
Yeah, well, more than anything, more than a prototype, is just something to get started, to go off of, to see like, okay, this looks too squarish, this looks too roundish, and then you kind of work from there.
I wanted your take on it because immediately my take on it, which I do think it looks amazing so far, but my take on it is, okay, if I'm looking at it from back here, and originally, the whole theory behind it is obviously covering up this ugly bullshit here and kind of giving it like a tub-ish kind of feel. Right. I know it's not a real tub. I know what tubs are. I've tubbed my S15. But what I'm thinking is same type of design, but what's your thought on raising it?
Initially, we were going to do something where it had the inner shape. It was bowed in rather than bowed out. Sure. Right. Typically, bowed out. Yeah, that's like the tub style, the bowed out. Right. Which is what I like. Initially, we were gonna do bow in, but you see this bar here? Yeah. And this bar here? Yeah. It doesn't allow for it because it hits. So that idea was out the door, and it has a bunch of brackets everywhere that we're gonna cut off. Yeah. And then I was gonna try to go around, but I noticed, so most cars, if you look at the strut tower, they're all nice and round. This is all squared. Yeah. It's literally squared, like, so you don't want to add a curve to something that's not round. Look like it doesn't belong. Sure. Look off. Obviously, that looks like it doesn't belong because it's not done yet. But of course, it has that same shape, and that'll be one piece. It won't be separate pieces. Yeah. We're just doing it in pieces to see. No, look, I love the way it looks. All I'm saying is, what are your thoughts on maybe bringing it up higher and starting it here instead of down here, just so it gives it the look. Well, that's what I was going to get at, and the reason I was saying that is because it starts with a curve up there. It's going to have to start either with a curve or a slant, right? If you do a slant, I don't know how good it's going to look. But I feel like this same curve up here is the same curve down here. So all I'm saying is just bring it up. We can try it. Try moving this up real quick for me.
Can you take your pants off too real quick?
That's extra.
Extra? What?
Yeah, I don't want to put your viewers to shame.
Come on, man. What are you, like,
So
6.5?
Thinking like that.
Yeah. Tape that bitch on.
Pick what up?
No, tape it on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, like to follow it up here, to start from up here.
I guess.
Guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments. If I'm being too anal about it or whatever, but you guys gotta understand what I'm saying. Plus, if you can see it from far away, then
Yeah.
people will know I'm a fucking racer, like for sure. But
Yeah,
if you
but
come
we know
close,
the truth.
I don't lie on this channel.
We
bro.
know the truth.
You know the truth, huh?
We know the truth. I do like this. What do you think, Chris?
It looks kind of cool. Yeah, I like it too.
We're adding a little bit of a B-roll
Oh, okay.
to just give it a little bit of a look. We normally don't like to B-roll too much stuff because it kind of causes it to get wavy and it's hard to get it exactly flat.
Sure.
But I think it adds a little bit of, I don't know, Chris and I thought it was
That looks good.
Yeah, looks good.
I like it. Let me see. And
I
then
hate it. I'm joking. It looks good. I like it. I
And you can
actually
see
like
it from-
because you can see it from afar.
you can see it from afar. People are like, all right, this motherfucker has an engine swap. If you look, because they're gonna look at that.
Yeah.
I know how people think, dude. They're gonna think I have for sure have an engine swap. And fucking look, how many cylinders?
Sick.
6. So you know, it just makes sense, dude.
Alright, for sure.
I was actually telling the viewers, I know you guys just took everything and just dumped it here, but just the fact that it's out of here,
It's
it
a
makes
huge
me,
difference.
it just
Yeah.
looks so nice, bro.
100%. And then remember, all this stuff is still here.
Yeah.
All this crap right here.
Exactly.
So all that shit has to go, and then once it's all said and done, it'll be nice. But again, it's a lot of stuff.
But I do like it higher. I'm glad you kind of like it higher too. So yeah, I'm curious
Yeah,
to
I
see
did like
how.
it. I did like it for sure. I think we can even go slightly higher, go up to the very top.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
weld it in,
Yeah,
and just have, like I said, have the body shop smoothing it out.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think that'll look nice.
It is what it is. I like it.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, guys. Well, that's it. That's it for today's episode. Thanks for tuning in. I will definitely keep you guys updated on this build. As you guys can see, progress is definitely being made, and we're getting closer and closer to sending it out for paint. But yeah, and we're also getting closer and closer to chase that 100,000 subscribers. Thanks to you guys. If you guys can, please hit that subscribe button for your boy. I would appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.